got one that can see.
I want to share something real quick. This will be a quick video, especially with everything with September. And there's a lot of predictions out there. And I want to put out a disclaimer. I've never picked a date. I don't know when Christ is coming. I don't know when he's going to catch up the body and bring us home. I'm very hopeful, and I am looking to September because I don't know, probably 5 or 6 years ago, I did find some stuff in the Epistle of Barnabas and the book of Peter, and it's actually in Psalms where it talks about how God created the earth in 6 days, and he rested on the seventh day. And we all know that 1,000 years with the Lord is like a day. A day is like 1,000 years. Okay, and the day of rest would symbolize the Sabbath, and that also symbolizes the day of Christ. You know, that's going to be 1,000-year millennium. So Jesus created this earth in 6 days. So that means that we have 6,000 years, and at the end of 6,000 years, like it says in the Epistle of Barnabas, after 6 days, that is, after 6,000 years, Jesus makes an end of all things. And he sets up his kingdom, and he rules for 1,000 years. And that symbolizes the Sabbath, you know, the day of rest, the day of the Lord, the day of Christ is 1,000 years. Okay, but guess what my point is I've been looking at 2025 thinking that very well could be the day. We know that he says, and this is what the video is about, where he says, no man know the day or hour, but he does say that we will know the season. But what my point is I hear a lot of people talk about, but of that day, this is verse 36, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. And this is a misconception where a lot of people will be like, well, Jesus doesn't even know. He says right here he doesn't know the day or hour, only his Father does. But see, this was when Jesus was in his earthly form. He was a man. This was when he, like it says in Psalms, he became a little lower than the angels to suffer death. This is where rightly dividing the word is crucial, because when Jesus made this statement, he was telling the 100% truth. But you got to realize this was a long time ago. Jesus was raised from the dead, and he was glorified and put back to the right hand of the Father, like it says in Colossians 1:15. He is the image of the invisible God. So to say that Jesus doesn't know that day is absolutely not true. Jesus, at this time when he made the statement, he did not know then, because all of the wisdom and knowledge hadn't been given to him from the Father yet, because he was on earth. He became 100% man. So when he was a baby, he learned like very, very quick. You know, he astonished the physicians when he was 12 or 13 by the knowledge of the body. You know, he was 100% man, but 100% God. But he did not know everything that the Father did until it was given to him at the appointed time. But after he was raised from the dead, he was glorified, and then he knew. He is God. He knows all. So you can't say Jesus doesn't know that day or hour. But the whole point of this video is that people use that verse when it comes to the catching away, the rapture, when you got to realize that the rapture, when Jesus was talking about all this stuff that's to come to pass, this was before. That's why you got to rightly divide the word of truth. This was before he died and was crucified and raised up and put to the right hand of the Father. You know, he was telling the Jews all of the signs of his second coming. The mystery of the harpazo, the catching up, the rapture, hadn't been revealed yet. He was telling people all the signs of his second coming. That's when he rides down here on a white horse with the army of his saints and makes war with the beast. That's what they were asking him about. They didn't know anything about a rapture at this time. So you can't say when people are trying to look at what day the rapture will be, you can't say, oh, well, Jesus says, but that day and hour no man knoweth, not even the angels, but the Father only. No, you can't use that for the rapture because he was talking about the second coming when he comes back on a white horse. The rapture is a separate event. So that's basically all this video is. I just want to explain to people. I hear everybody, anytime someone's getting hopeful, looking for his, we're looking for the blessed hope because we know that, like it says in 1 Corinthians 15:51, he says, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall be changed in the twinkling of an eye. We're going to be caught up, like 1 Thessalonians 4:17, to meet the Lord in the air. This is the snatching up, the harpazo. This is the blessed hope that the Christian is looking for. So they always try to put a damper saying that, oh, well, Jesus says no man knoweth the day or hour. Well, like I did in a video earlier this morning, we're children of the day. We're watching that hour where he's not going to come upon us like a thief in the night. You know, I'm not saying we're going to know the day or hour, but we're called to watch, you know, and that's what we're called to do. We're called to occupy until he comes. And he either catches us up or we die, whichever one comes first. But like it says, the whole point of this video was, but of that day and hour no man knoweth. He's talking about his second coming. All you got to do is read through this book, and this has nothing to do with the rapture. So we're looking for it, and the Feast of Trumpets, September 23rd and 24th, is an high watch, in my opinion. And disclaimer, I'm not predicting anything. I've been watching since 2011, 12. You know, I thought Christ was going to come back a long time ago, but we all know it's going to happen. And all the signs that I've looked to as far as the 6,000 years points to sometime this year. And I hope it is in September. I hope it's the 23rd or 24th. That would be amazing. But we'll have to wait and see. But as far as verse 36 goes, but of that day and hour no man knoweth, he's not talking about the catching away, the rapture. He's talking about the second coming. But anyway, I hope this finds someone and maybe helps clarify a little bit. I hope you guys have a good one later on.